in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Murray. Over the middle here to Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Hey, hold on.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come to another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Runs over it. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 75 yards. First down,
out of the gun, they give to Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Ingram again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Wilson. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. Touchdown, Saints! Mark Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and this is picked up by the Saints. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm on them, just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I reign.
for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Yeah. Sound like some superhero. Some black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
a roll like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, enter party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. No, the sky needed a voice that finds reason to multiply people in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners will be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The clean cause they need it most. Politics with the kings. About economic growth. Cure PTSD. Cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know. Everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get love and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get love and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd down and back to Tomlinson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Chargers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10, 46-yard line.
Now Wilson. And he's got Shockey. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 43-yard line.
Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A gain of 9 yards.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, Wilson. That's caught by the Hall of Famer, Casper. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's the tight end, Casper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
2nd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dave Casper from 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Deacon Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going for the deep ball. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff to Ingram. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwit 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, report to them that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And Thomas has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Wilson will throw again. That's out to the flat for Ingram. Touchdown! Mark Ingram from 3 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. What's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And some space here. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, 31 yards. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The Chargers will line up.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Koo now for the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, he gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Johnson, 72 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And they will not have time to get another play in here. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Steps away to his left. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out of the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe he'd think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline, and they convert on third down.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. It's Herbert. Man open, here is Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson able to slither by. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Herbert. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
now Wilson.
At the 41-yard line.
That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 20.
The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Ingram again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Up the middle, Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second down, Ingram again. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On third down, Wilson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. He's got a man, complete. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They give it off here to the tight end. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Dave Casper taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 9. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Crabtree with it over the middle. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's the gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
A 3-yard loss. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. This is Casper catching it out right. Touchdown, Bengals. Dave Casper. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. To the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. To throw is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This is brought in by Casper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dave Casper, 75 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Wilson to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They give to Ingram up the middle. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
14 more yards.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got it complete to Crabtree. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They go play action with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got Shockey. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there at 22. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Ingram again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Wilson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson. Crabtree with it over the middle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. This is brought in by Casper. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Wilson wants to throw it. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Wilson to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This is Casper catching it out right. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. There's Wilson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Double count.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Still 15 yards to go. Second down.
Play action. It's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson looking downfield for Kelsey. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, who's been doing it for
chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way and man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pepper going to throw it right away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So Herman Moore, his first grab of the game, and back in his day, he shattered all the Lions' receiving records.
And he did it with a number of different quarterbacks. He was the target for defenses to adjust to. And I guess the best way to put it is Herman Moore, that guy, could play in today's game and be just as successful.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So give him 5 yards there to pitch and catch. And he's staring at a third and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That pass complete to Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's James. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, That's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Lux with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. They're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Culpepper. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The great run pressure already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knocked him up a little away. I think maybe that took a little being gone. Next defense is a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Harold Carmichael, 59 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Ingram again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris McAllister. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Uses the stiff arm. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. They go play action with Wilson. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
On second down, Culpepper. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
Touchdown, New Orleans! Calvin Johnson, 35 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up the blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go. Drop 50.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just want to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, touchdown, Saints. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Taking the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz with the extra point. The lead is now 21-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. The 20. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Coleman Moore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Let's go now.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
He's having to go back when he saw in the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to the safety. Give defensive credit. Kendrick was involved in mode everywhere.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him started on 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. What? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's the tight end, Casper. Shoves him away. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And again, it's Ingram. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance of 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Slot man moves right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He sets to fire deep. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown. Edgerrin James, 43 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Wilson. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to.
Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make the pigs fly, now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Trust, been taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Was the love in the streets. For my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut in both of my pockets. Me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. All that them gonna know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous.